Welcome, family and friends. We are gathered here today to witness and celebrate the marriage of Katie and Odin. This is not the beginning of a new relationship, but a celebration of the next chapter of their lives together. Here on the cliffs of the ocean, Katie and Odin welcome you all to this place with the invocation of the sea.
We call upon the 7 daughters of the sea, who shape the threads of long life. 3 deaths be taken from us, 3 lives given to us, 7 waves of plenty poured for us.
May ghosts not injure us on our journey, in our radiant breastplates without stain.
May our names not be pledged in vain. May time be granted to us of the quality of bronze. May our tombs not be readied. May the 2-headed serpent not attack us, nor the hard gray worm, nor the senseless beetle. May no thief attack us, nor a company of warriors. May death not come until we are old. May our forms be exalted, may our doubles be slain and ourselves remain. May our law be ennobled, may our strength be increased. Wind in the air, my love's on the brine. O ro iri aro. O ro iri aro. Make the weather calm and fine. O ro iri aro. O ro iri aro. Soonest, loudest, and the ray. Breathe good luck and joy always. Health and peace and length of days. O ro iri aro. O ro iri aro.
Katie and Odin have spent 6 years forming their bond together, and now we bear witness to what their relationship has become. Today, they will affirm this bond here together on the cliffs of California. Katie and Odin will mark this transition as a couple, not only by celebrating the love between themselves, but also by celebrating the love of all assembled here today, including the love of their parents, sisters, extended family, and friends. At this time, Katie and Odin would like to take a moment to honor those loved ones who are not with us today, those who have made them the people that they are today. In particular, we remember Odin's father, Leif Halvorson. We will take a moment of silence. And now Emma will do a reading.
Sonnet 116, Let me not to the marriage of true minds. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark, whose worth's unknown, although his height be taken. Love is not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks. but bears it out even to the edge of doom. If this be error and upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved.
And now Josh will do a reading.
This is called All I Know About Love by Neil Gaiman. This is everything I have to tell you about love. Nothing. This is everything I've learned about marriage. Nothing. Only that the world out there is complicated, and there are beasts in the night, and delight, and pain, and the only thing that makes it okay, sometimes, is to reach out a hand in the darkness and find another hand to squeeze, and not to be alone. It's not the kisses, or never just the kisses. It's what they mean. Somebody's got your back. Somebody knows your worst self, and somehow doesn't want to rescue you, or send for the army to rescue them. It's not two broken halves becoming one. It's the light from a distant lighthouse, bringing you both safely home. Because home is wherever you are both together. So, this is everything I have to tell you about love and marriage. Nothing. Like a book without pages, or a forest without trees. Because there are things you cannot know before you experience them. Because no study can prepare you for the joys or the trials. Because nobody else's love, nobody else's marriage is like yours. And it's a road you can only learn by walking it, a dance you cannot be taught, a song that did not exist before you began together to sing. And because in the darkness you will reach out a hand, not knowing for certain if someone else is even there, and your hands will meet. And then neither of you will ever need to be alone again. And that's all I know about love.
Love does not live in isolation. Just as love brings two together and creates a new family, love brings together all gathered here today in community. Friends and family, you occupy an important place in this couple's lives. It is in your company that these two have become the people that they are today. Do you, their family and friends, promise to love and support Katie and Odin as they enter into marriage and the next chapter of their lives together? If so, please respond together, yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Katie and Odin will now exchange vows.
Odin Hartshorn Halvorson. What a marvelous name you have. I never thought I would be standing here today getting married. Before I met you, I was already preparing for my future as an old spinster on the cliffs of Dover, diligently chasing donkeys off of my lawn like Betsy Trotwood and David Copperfield. But you surprised me, and you continue to surprise me every day. Standing here with you on the cliffs of California is the greatest honor of my life. When we first met, I know you were very concerned. I'd never seen Star Trek. I was too busy digging my hands in the dirt to look at the stars. But now I can proudly say that I have not only watched and rewatched, but basically memorized every episode of pre-2000 Star Trek. And more than that, the stories that you've brought into my life have opened my eyes to new possibilities and futures I'd never imagined. You are truly the kindest and most caring person I know, and I love you more every day. I love your big heart, your ocean blue eyes, your courage, and your wit, and your wisdom. I am so grateful for your dedication to self-betterment every day, to creating art, and making the world a better place. Thank you for singing and dancing with me, for taking care of me, even when I'm being ridiculous, and for always being there for me, supporting me in everything I do. I promise to love you always. I promise to create geeky cosplays with you. I promise to grow alongside you. I promise to eat far too much cheese with you. I promise to always believe in you. I promise to dream big with you. And I promise to write our own story together every step of the way.
I never expected to be entering a vow, like a tree upon a riverbank, entwined to other trees and water and the air. But now I find myself in joy itself rejoicing, as I find my branches intertwining after all with yours to form a forest new. In life there are no certainties, I knew. And I told you this as if it were a vow. And we agreed to love, forsaking all, the expectations that, like ivy, would entwine. We lived and breathed in one another's air, and found our trust a matter for rejoicing. And then, somehow, more we were rejoicing, a sense of growth, with passion that I knew would touch the very sky and fill the air with something strange and powerful, a vow. Not meant to hold or otherwise entwine, but rather gifted like an old oak standing tall, from whose great branches birdsong trilling calls. Our years grew deeper in our soft rejoicing, our minds becoming wholesomely entwined, until one day I felt the certainty I knew as surely as an ocean breathing life into the air, that between the sea and waterfall I'd make a vow. And so here we come, my darling Katie, to my vow. I vow to always listen for your call. I vow to stand with you in shadow or rejoicing. I vow to hope with you and dream by midnight's air. I vow to wander with you and on adventures twine. I vow to learn beside you, as there's always more to know. Love is a form ethereal, this much I always knew, so I will never grasp it by my vow, but rather let it grow, as it has done already, intertwining with us two immortal mortals heeding nature's call. We who met by fortune's dice dancing in the air are, I vow, a dream in which I will always be rejoicing. And so I have my final vow to, through this life, recall as daily habit all the past rejoicing that was fair, and into future's light this vow renew, to love, to laugh, to live. These are my vows to you.
Katie and Odin have chosen rings to exchange with each other as a symbol of their unending love. Odin, as you place this ring on Katie's finger, please repeat after me. With this ring I thee wed, and pledge you my love now and forever.
With this ring, I thee wed, and I pledge you my love now and forever.
Katie, as you place this ring on Odin's finger, please repeat after me. With this ring I thee wed, and pledge you my love now and forever.
With this ring I thee wed, and I pledge you my love now and forever.
Do you, Odin, take Katie to be your wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, from this day forward, until death do you part?
That I do.
Do you, Katie, take Odin to be your husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish from this day forward until death do you part?
That I do.
Katie and Odin, please now join hands to be fasted together, symbolizing the binding together of your two lives in marriage. I bid you look into each other's eyes. Katie, will you ever cause him pain?
That I may.
Is that your intent?
Never.
Odin, will you ever cause her pain?
That I may.
Is that your intent?
Never.
Will you share each other's pain and seek to ease it?
That we will.
And so the first binding is made. Odin, will you share her laughter?
That I will.
Katie, will you share his laughter?
That I will.
Will both of you look for the brightness in life and the joy in each other?
That we will.
And so the second binding is made. Katie, will you share his dreams?
That I will.
Odin, will you share her dreams?
That I will.
Will you dream together to create new hopes and realities?
That we will.
And so the third binding is made. As this knot is tied, so are your lives now bound. Woven into this cord, imbued into its very fibers, are all the hopes of your friends and family and of yourselves for your new lives together. With the fashioning of this knot, do I tie all the desires, dreams, love, and happiness wished for you here in this place. In the joining of hands and the fashioning of a knot, so are your lives now bound to one another. By this cord, you are thus bound by your love and by your vow. May this knot remain tied for as long as love shall last. May this cord draw your hands together in love. May the vows you have spoken never grow bitter in your mouths. As your hands are bound by this cord, so is your partnership held by the symbol of this knot. Two entwined in love, bound by hope and commitment, sadness, joy, by hardship and victory, all of which brings strength to this union. Odin, Katie, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss.
So you now.
Thanks, Bianca.
Thank you.